Welcome to Influential Sports, and today I got a special guest, Wela Wrestling. You can introduce yourself.
What's up, everyone? My name is Wela Wrestling. I post wrestling videos, mainly WWE. But I'm here today with him, and we're gonna be doing some talking about some AEW today. Big
Yep.
fan.
So it's almost the end of the year, so I figured it was the perfect time to do this. So we're gonna be doing the AEW Award Show. As you see, I got my AEW Championship right here.
Oh, that looks
Keep it
nice.
with me. And then I got the MJF shirt. I got that from a show I went to earlier in the year.
That's some good shit.
Appreciate it.
Oh, I don't know if we're allowed cursing on here.
Oh, you good?
We're good. We're good. All right, right, right. So we got this. So you want to start us off?
Yeah. We'll start with the big award. We'll start with who is the most valuable wrestler this year. I went with Will Ospreay, officially signed with AEW, became a two-time international champion, put on some good matches with the likes of MJF, Kyle Fletcher, and he just had a really good year. He made the international championship feel really important and more important than it's ever felt.
All right. So I'm gonna go with my MVP of the year, and it's gonna be Swerve Strickland. At first, I wasn't really a big fan of him, but this year he's really amazed me. He's put on some amazing matches. He won the AEW World Champion. His All-In match was was such a good match. His Hangman Adam Page feud was amazing, and Will Ospreay match too was absolutely amazing. And his current storyline against the Hurt Syndicate is amazing as well. I love Swerve Strickland. I just love him.
Uh, That's valid. That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Next, male superstar of the year, and I think this we had this flipped because I had Swerve Strickland for male superstar of the year. All the reasons that you said, had a good world title reign, feuding with Lashley right now in the Hurt Syndicate. I think that's going to be a good story. Losing the title to Bryan Danielson, that was one of the best matches of the year. It was fun to watch, and he was the first black wrestler to headline Wembley Stadium, so that's a great accomplishment to have.
And I'm gonna go for my male wrestler of the year. I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay. Okay, and like you said before, I love Will Ospreay. I think he's amazing. I think he's done so much this year, signing on there. I like his match at All In. I like his Ricochet match. I really love his energy. I love his vibe. So that's why I put him as a male wrestler of the year, in my opinion.
Yes, valid. I didn't get to catch. I saw the highlights of the Ricochet match. I seen like the last 8 minutes. It was definitely
Mhm,
solid because I was
mhm,
busy that day.
That's a good match right there.
Female superstar of the year. I went with Tony Storm. She had a record of 25-2, became the women's world champion. Her feud with Mariah May was really fun to watch, and the stuff she did with timeless Tony Storm, just being able to reinvent herself, and it was a lot of fun to watch this year. So I went with Tony Storm.
Mhm. And I'm gonna go with my women of the year. It's gotta be Mariah May. I love Mariah May. I love how she's become this big star almost from being Tony Storm's sidekick and now blossoming into this women's world champion. I've never really been the biggest fan of Tony Storm. I think she's amazing in the ring. I just never liked her timeless gimmick. But I love Mariah May. I think the sky's the limit for her, and I think she's gonna be winning a lot more championships in the future. And this is just the starting pad.
Yeah. Uh, 2025 definitely going to be a big year for Mariah May. She'll probably hold it all the way till All In next year. I expect her to go on a good reign.
Mhm. Next one.
Most improved wrestler. I went with Willow Nightingale. She won the. She wasn't doing a whole lot last year in AEW, but this year she won the TBS title. She joined the conglomeration with Orange Cassidy, Cal O'Reilly, Ishii, Rocky Ramiro. She had fun matches with Mercedes Monet, Chris Statlander. Like those few she had, it was a lot of fun. From seeing her not doing much last year and being on like Rampage on a Friday night where nobody really cares. So she's getting on Dynamite weekly. She's on pay per views and winning titles. So I think she'll have a really good year next year as well.
So pretty much, I didn't have that on my list because I don't really know too much because I started watching 2024. But I like what Willow Nightingale has been doing. I think she's been doing phenomenal. I think TBS Championship. I wish she held the title for a little bit longer, but I understand the Mercedes May, and I think she's really been a big star this year in the women's division, one of the cornerstones. So yeah, I agree with you right there.
Yeah, for sure. AEW has a really great women's division, and I just expect
Mm-hmm.
it to keep getting better next year.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, tag team of the year, ended up going with the Young Bucks. They won the tag titles, and they ended up losing it to Private Party. And I like the feud that they had with Private Party being able to, like the Young Bucks, they're one of the most decorated tag teams ever, and they put
Mhm.
over a younger tag team like Private Party. And then the EVP gimmick of them being in charge, like it was great stuff all year with them, Okada, Jack Perry, and what they were doing. So I went with the Young Bucks for tag team of the year.
I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks as well. I mean, I know they get a lot of hate. I don't understand why the Young Bucks get a lot of hate, but I really like them. I like the in ring. I like the in ring. I like the matches. One of my favorite matches was the ladder match between FTR during Dynasty. That's really what put them on the map. And I love the Elite storyline, even though I know it's kind of not there anymore. But I love the Young Bucks tag team of the year, in my opinion, and really been carrying tag team in AEW.
I think the prob I think some people don't like the kicks and the flips and stuff with the Young Bucks, but they're able to do more than that. That's just what you see on Instagram. Like the matches they put on are actually really good.
Yeah, yeah. I love the flippy stuff. I like the kicky stuff. I'm a big fan of them.
Rookie of the year, and disclaimer for the people watching this: this is not somebody that's new to wrestling. It's just somebody that's new to AEW. So I ended up going with Mercedes Monet. She won the TBS title. She's had good matches against Chris Statlander with Willow Nightingale. She had a really good match on Dynamite against Queen Aminata one week, and she's just been fantastic. She still has the New Japan Women's Strong Championship, so she's been holding two belts most of the year, putting on great matches, cutting good promos, and now she can finally kick Camille to the side, and she's just on her own now.
I'm gonna have to go with Mercedes Monet. I've been watching AEW at the start of 2024, and at first, I'm gonna be honest, I was never a big fan of Sasha Banks, Mercedes Monet, but I think she's really like shown me that she can be a good heel. She plays that very arrogant, narcissistic, cocky heel so much, and in ring, it's just amazing. It's like a masterpiece, and yeah, I think she's gonna be a future AEW World Champions, maybe in 2025.
Yeah, for sure. I hope the stuff she's doing with the TBS title is similar to what Jade Cargill did a few years ago when she was in AEW, making it feel as if it's on the same level as the main women's championship. So once she's done with that and she moves on to the world title picture, she'll definitely win the world championship.
Yeah, because the TBS Championship feels like a world title, in my opinion, honestly. It feels like the
Yeah.
main title in the women's division.
The next one, a rivalry of the year, ended up going with Timeless Tony Storm and Mariah May. Mariah May winning the Owen Hart Cup to get a championship match, then turning on Tony Storm. Maybe a little plot twist because some people might have thought Tony Storm was going to turn, but they played that really well, and then they ended up having the match at All In, and Mariah May got her moment at Wembley Stadium. Like both of these women had fantastic years. I
Mhm.
enjoyed the feud, them being tag team partners. And Mariah May, as soon as she got that championship shot, she turned on Tony Storm, and that was a great moment.
I gotta go for my feud of the year. I don't know if this is gonna be a popular one, but I'm gonna go with MJF versus Will Ospreay. I love these two guys. I love MJF. I think MJF is one of the best wrestlers under 30, which I believe he's under 30. He's 29.
Yeah,
I believe so. I love their match at All In. It really stole the show in my opinion. And yeah, I think like it really catapulted Will Ospreay up there in my mind. 'Cause I already knew he was a top guy, but really pushed him up there, and it made the international title feel important, like an important mid card title. Mhm.
yeah. That's fair. That's valid.
Mhm.
The next award we got is Match of the Year. And speaking of MJF and Will Ospreay, their match at on Dynamite, it was July 27th for the International Championship. And that was the show I had went to this year. That started the show, and I was not expecting them to go the full hour. They went they went the entire hour. Ended up winning the match. It was one of the best matches of the year. Sure, it was a few no sales and stuff, but it's an hour match, so it's like I can't complain too much. But that match was absolutely fantastic with Osprey and MJF.
And that match had no reason to be good. It was so amazing. I think probably one of the best Dynamite matches of all time. But I have to go with Swerve Strickland versus Daniel Bryan Danielson at All In main event. It was, mwah. I mean, I really thought Danielson was gonna lose, but when he kept getting up over and over again, and when he finally made tap. I never felt that excited in my entire life, so I have to give it to that match. Masterclass of match.
Yeah, that would have been my second because it was between those two matches.
Mm-hmm.
Because that match had me on edge the entire match because I
Mm-hmm.
did not think Swerve Strickland was tapping out.
Mm-hmm. It was a crazy match. I loved it.
Yeah. Surprise of the year. It was this is real early in the year, but it was Sting and Darby Allin winning the tag titles. Like as
Mm-hmm.
long as Sting had been in AEW, he took Darby Allin under his wing, and he just trained them, coached them. Then they finally got that moment together, and Sting, because Sting never lost in his time in AEW, then they were able to win the tag team titles in Sting/year wrestling. So that's definitely one of the big surprises of the year.
One of my big surprises of the year. I know this might not seem like the biggest surprise, but Ricochet coming into All In. Because I didn't believe Ricochet was coming to AEW this soon. And then he just showed up during, I believe, the Casino Gauntlet. So that was definitely a huge surprise for me. And, he's doing pretty good right now. I respect it. I've always been a Ricochet fan.
That's actually a fair surprise because I heard the rumors of it, but the way he debuted, I wasn't expecting because I didn't see his first match he was gonna lose instantly. Like there was
Yeah.
no way he was gonna win the Casino Battle Royal.
But at least he didn't get pinned. So,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
but it kind of felt like a weird spot. I feel like it should have been a bigger moment.
Yeah, a bigger moment. And I think he's going to get more bigger moments in AEW coming up, especially with his new heel turn.
Yeah, I've never been the biggest Ricochet guy, but I think the heel turn might do. I think it might move me as a Ricochet guy because
That's
the
what I'm.
way, like I said, I only saw the highlights, but the way that he won that match, that's some good heat.
That was a good match. I love the Ricochet a lot. Next one.
Return of the year. For return of the year, I had Darby Allin returning on the July 17th Dynamite after the main event, and that had really just because that set up Blood and Guts for next week. It was Team AEW versus the Elite, and it was a pretty fun Blood and Guts match. Just got that on free television, so I like their return because of what it set up for the future.
So for my return of the year, I didn't have that on my list because sadly I didn't have that on my list. But I just want to add on the Blood and Guts match was so amazing. One of my favorite matches of the entire year. I hope they do that in WWE. Like more brutal instead of the word games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least the AEW always has a story to build up to it. Like it felt like when WWE did War Games, like it was
Mhm.
really rushed and just, especially the women's match, like it
Yeah.
was just random people in it.
And there was no tension between any of the teams. And
Yeah, with Blood and Guts, you had team the Elite. They're running the company, and it's you got five guys that want to take them out of power. So
yeah, that was perfection. I love the match.
yeah. Then the last one is the best segment of the year. I went with Sting's retirement speech after AEW Revolution. They beat the Young Bucks, and him and Darby beat the Young Bucks and retained the titles. They had to relinquish them anyways because they didn't let Sting lose in AEW. But it was Sting's last year. It was a really good retirement speech, and his retirement tour in AEW. I'm glad that he was able to get that and have a just had a great career overall. So shout out to Sting.
I gotta go with the same thing too. I mean, obviously, I wasn't alive for most of Sting's career, but I love the guy. It was such an emotional, and it made me cry. It was such an emotional moment, and I'm glad he won his final match and then go on his back. I respect that.
And the best thing about that match is that I, they hired some people to come in. It's like all the different iterations of Sting in his
Yeah.
career. So that was great. It's like we got three different Stings in the ring.
hmm I think that those were his sons, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, his sons.
yeah,
That was such an
probably.
amazing moment. And yeah, I mean, I love that so much. It's such an amazing. I think AEW overall in 2024, I think has been amazing. Obviously, there's stuff to improve, but I do think it's going on the right track.
Yeah, AEW had a really good year. I don't think they're going down that WCW path that a lot of people are predicting. I think only thing a well, it's two things AEW needs to do: make the pay per view shorter because I'm tired of watching 4 to 5 hour pay per views
Yeah, yeah.
every month, and then just do a better job building up the feuds. I think that's one area they improved.
Mhm.
Like it was a lot of solid feuds this year, and if they keep doing that, they'll definitely be up there with WWE in no time.
easily can be up there. I think it easily can be up there. And yeah, I think 2025 is going to be a massive year for AEW. Obviously, we're going to get so many more stars. I believe they're on Warner Bros. Right now. They're on HBO Max, I believe,
Yeah, they're moving to HBO next year.
or next year. So it's going to be huge. I mean, WWE, AEW, I love them both. And yeah, I'm excited for what AEW has in store for us for 2025.
Yeah. Well, that does it for the AEW Award Show. Make sure y'all leave a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Wela Wrestling. I believe this link below.
Mhm.
That's it for this video. Peace.
Peace out. Is it over?